Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you something real quick. This is a used set of ARP studs that go with the DDS girdle. The price on these new are now like 500 bucks or 600 bucks. I'm not sure, without the girdle, without the tray. They're specialty bolts where they have different thread pattern below and above. Well, I didn't want to use the factory used ones, so I had another set of ARP bolts, the same diameter, nuts, and I went ahead and put them on. Now I want to show you something that I'm running into. Now with these girdles, it has a nut and the washer. Well, now with me swapping, I have to make sure and get the height about the same, because the H-beam rods could hit the bottom part of the girdle. So I'm about close. So I'm devising how to get the clearance. So now normally, typically on this setup, it runs a washer, the head of the bolt, and it sinks into this area. This is the bottom part of the girdle. So I'm adding the shorter bolt, but this one has the cap head on the bottom, if you can see. The other one's just an ARP square bolt and an ARP washer. So I think this setup's going to be better, and now I got a new bolt. So if there is any kind of difference, which it'll be minimal, and this one's already clearanced for the rods. So just to get that extra clearance in this recess before where the bolt was going in and just rubbing around in that circle area, I don't know if you can see around that little circle, there's a little inside circle where the head of the bolt was rubbing. I'm going to use these countersink ARP washers throughout to get me my extra little bit of clearance. This one isn't fitting perfectly. I don't know if I'm going to have to open that hole up a tad. I am going to do that. I'm going to test fit this first like this without this one in to make sure I have clearance here on the oil pump, because the oil pump's going to come around, hook up to that bolt, the pickup there and the oil pump. So I've lost this little small bolt right here, which is a small little bolt, and it has to be small because the clearance of the oil pump goes right above that. So I'm trying to get everything jiving. Of course, the rods are going to come here, and I don't want the rod to hit the bottom part of that girdle because I've changed bolts. So I'm showing you part of what's going on and what I'm doing. This here is the windage tray. Now I got additionally second thing to tell you about this. Once this girdle gets attached, these are the mains. You're going to tighten these up first. Then I bought these, and another washer, hardened washer, is going to go underneath those. But I'm going to change those out and get hardened bolts or self-locking bolts. This is a fine thread up here, a different fine thread. Let me see if I can, got one to show you. You see there's two different threads there. That's the different stud for it. Those are the more expensive studs. So I just wanted to show you this real quick and show you part of the thing that's taken a little bit of extra time getting this right after it's all tightened up. So like, subscribe, and share, and as always guys, keep on dreaming.